Hello, everyone. So, this showed up in my feed an advertisement for this COVID-19 Red Pill book, COVID-19 and the Agendas to Come Red Pill by James Perloff. I'm like, wow, how much truth is in a book that's actually allowed to be sold on Amazon? They sure don't waste time with the controlled opposition. Here in the description, everything sounds, a-okay. Drawing on statements of numerous scholars from around the world, virologists, epidemiologists, immunologists, pathologists, microbiologists, infectious disease specialists, including Nobel Prize winners, as well as frontline ER physicians and family practice MDs. Veteran journalist James Perloff asks hard questions about the global response to COVID-19. Let's have a look at these questions, shall we? Are the virus's health risks greater than those posed by the lockdowns? I would have to say, no, it's not greater. The lockdowns are actually killing more people through suicides and drug overdoses. But I wonder what this book says, right? What does the science say about masks and social distancing? Why were no lockdowns imposed for previous pandemics of comparable magnitude? How accurate are the death numbers attributed to COVID-19? Is the virus completely natural, or could bioengineering have played a role? Should the world's population take a COVID vaccine developed at warp speed? Why is Bill Gates formulating health policy even though he has no medical credentials? Now that is a great question. How might a second wave be different? Is the COVID crisis being exploited to push us into an Orwellian future of mass surveillance, digital IDs, and cashless transactions? These actually seem like a lot of the same questions that all of us, I guess, truthers are asking. So I find it very curious that this book contains the official answers that are Amazon approved, Amazon Prime approved. It's almost as if part of the population is being herded in this direction, but these are legitimate questions that a lot of us are asking, that I have personally addressed on my channel. It's just so weird. It's almost like this right hand path, left hand path paradigm, is being played out in front of us, like we're being herded towards this thought direction. My question is why? What's the end game of all of this? As humans, we are just, we can be so short-sighted, but sometimes I wonder if it's not part of the enemy's bigger plan is to create this oppression, create this crisis, just to kind of activate a certain part of the population that will rise above it, and that we were always meant to rise above it. We were always meant to fight this, and maybe it will unify us, but in a different way. It's hard to say, almost as if we are being herded towards a new world order, but not the Orwellian communist direction that we all see right in front of our faces. Maybe it's a new world order. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but when they have control opposition like this, that is so close to what we're all kind of thinking about in the truther community and the red pill community, it just makes me wonder, what is the enemy's end goal? What is really going on with all of this? Another part of the description, Perloff draws from mainstream publication and official government sources such as the CDC, as well as independent researchers whose work increasingly hard to find online due to censorship by tech giants like Facebook, Google, and YouTube. James Perloff has been a journalist since 1985 when he began writing the New American magazine, and registered nurse since 1975. His previous books include The Shadows of Power, Journeys of, I can't really read that, my screen's blurry, but just a bunch of books that this person's read. So let's take a look at this person who's writing these books. Now, this isn't an official transvestigation, but wow. Close together eyes, small dental arch, small neck, small skull, I do not see much of a brow ridge. Usually these dorky haircuts that they have are just meant to distract. But to me, this person has a lot of feminine energy, almost kind of looks like an old woman, but just kind of a butch old woman. To me, I don't really see a whole lot of masculine traits besides the jacket and tie. Here he seems to have some broad shoulders, but that can be attributed to shoulder pads. It's very easy to do in a shirt like this, and they all do it. But just a lot of the feminine energy. Just looks really soft, grandma-like. Does not seem like an old man to me at all. So I believe this person's definitely controlled opposition, if not a transgendered Freemason woman. All right, everyone. Well, I fear I have more questions in this video than answers. But sometimes I do wonder, are we in some kind of strange boot camp being prepared for the final battle that I believe is around the corner that has to do with the upcoming alien deception? Is this not just a way of preparing us for that event? Because that's what I believe is the enemy's end goal, is the final battle, is to gather Gog and Magog to fight the New Jerusalem, who I think we will believe is aliens, or most people will believe are aliens. And possibly everything that we are going through as a world society now, because the whole world is affected by COVID, possibly everything we're going through is just in preparation in some way for that big event. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.